What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel today. Excited to get back into some Dynasty content for you guys, which is what this channel started with. I've been having a bunch of fun doing the redraft stuff. Please check out some of those videos as well, as we all kind of do both leagues. But for today's topic, we're going to do must-stash players in Dynasty. Some guys lower down in the ranks that I think maybe have a chance to earn a role, develop into something. So the first player I want to talk about today is going to be Malik Washington, wide receiver on the Dolphins. Rookie this year, had a little hype before the draft, but then kind of landed somewhere where he's not going to be an immediate starter. He's currently all the way down at wide receiver 87 on KTC, so this dude is not a high-ranked player. But from the preseason, I think Washington has shown that he can break some big plays, which is definitely something that can earn yourself a role in that Miami offense. Now, he's kind of far down the pecking order. Obviously, we have Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Mostert, Achane, Jalen Wright. You get the picture. You go down the list. But I think within his rookie contract, I could see Malik Washington being a contributor on this team. It really only takes an injury. Maybe he pops. Maybe he looks good in the return game, gets some chances as their wide receiver 3. Tyreek Hill's getting older. The running backs haven't really shown the ability to stay healthy. You guys get the picture. I'm not saying this is a smash pick, but I like having him on my taxi squads deeper on my roster. He's a big play guy on an offense that values big plays. Next, for me, going to be a running back, someone who we kind of were in love with last year. He's kind of fallen by the wayside due to his injury, but that's going to be Keaton Mitchell. Currently RB 49, so, sticking with this stash format, these are lower ranked guys. But I just think if Keaton Mitchell could come back mid-season, he's the perfect complement to Derrick Henry. And I just think there's probably going to be enough touches to go around in the Baltimore offense and specifically the backfield. Just remember, last year, Mitchell wasn't touching the ball a ton when he was succeeding. He's just a very efficient player and a big play kind of guy. And I think we do have some big plays out of the Baltimore offense, but in general, they're a little more methodical, like to work down the field, get a bunch of first downs. Derrick Henry, power kind of game. Mark Andrews, 2 tight end sets. But now with Zay Flowers, maybe Keaton Mitchell comes back. I think he could be a complement to that offense for the next couple years, and I like throwing him. I was able to add him off the waiver wire this summer. I think someone just kind of dropped him. They don't like the injury. Some people have kind of forgot about him, even though he was a hot name last season. Third guy, this isn't a dude that's new on the scene by any means, but Hunter Henry, tight end 29 for New England. I think you could do a lot worse than having some tight end depth with Hunter Henry on your team. He's had some splash weeks last year, and with Drake May probably going to be the starter at some point this season, usually rookies do like to lean on their tight ends, big body guys. And I think that New England offense is going to be looking for some weapons in the passing game. I like Polk. I'm okay with Baker. Pop Douglas is fun. I do like Stevenson. But when it comes down to it, I think Hunter Henry could have a role. And basically, he could be on your waiver wire right now. He's not really a highly regarded asset. You could probably get this guy as a toss-in in a trade. So he's someone I like to have deeper on my bench just to kind of see where it's going to play out this season. Next, a wide receiver for the Cardinals, and this was someone I was kind of liking to add already. Now with the Zay Jones suspension, I think his path to a couple more touches is going to be even easier. It's going to be Greg Dortch, wide receiver for the Cardinals. Wide receiver 86. He's a slot guy. He's small. He's fun. He's going to have to get a lot of catches. He's going to have to be a PPR guy. But I think he might be involved, and we're going to see how this Cardinals offense shakes out. Obviously, we know McBride, Marvin Harrison's going to be involved. I like Michael Wilson as well. I really don't mind taking a shot on a couple of these ancillary wide receivers just to kind of see how it's going to play out this year. Who's Kyler going to get the ball to? Who's the offensive coordinator going to utilize? But I think Greg Dortch has shown that he can be a flex kind of bye week kind of guy in a pinch. Let's see if he can earn that role in this offense moving forward. And the last guy, one of my favorite players, man, someone who's had the worst luck in fantasy football, J.K. Dobbins, all the way down at RB 51. Same thing. This dude might be on your waiver wire. He might be a toss-in. And I just think there's a possibility that whoever wins this Chargers running back room job could be a very good player for your Dynasty team. And right now, J.K. Dobbins is kind of the cheapest guy to go acquire. Vidal and Gus Edwards going above him. And as of now, I think they're listing Dobbins as second on the depth chart. But, you know, Gus Edwards is a plotter. He gets you 3. He's not exciting. Dobbins, if he stays healthy, does have some upside. Now, we're going to see how healthy he is. What does J.K. Dobbins look like this year coming off the Achilles? But in general, he's so cheap that I don't mind adding him to my bench to see if he pops. He has such upside if he plays well, and there's really no risk to acquire him, add him, get him as a toss-in in your trades. But thank you guys for tuning into the channel. If you haven't been here before, please hit subscribe, like the video, shoot me a comment about some of these players. Who are some of your stash players? If you ever have questions about trades, questions about your league, please let me know in the comments. I love chatting to everyone. I respond super quickly, and I love talking to you guys. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I will catch you later.